So if you're a seller, maybe let's not list for competition now. Maybe let's list for a price that's reasonable that we can negotiate and get the property sold. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Mark Loeffler Experience. I am going to be more consistent. All right, we're going to be doing 3 shows a week from now on. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Friday is going to be the podcast. It's going to be another couple weeks until the podcast comes back. But my good friend Rob will be back on the show. Comment down below who should be guests on our podcast. It is coming back. Comment down below who you want to see on there, okay? All right, now let's get into it. It's June 1st. Let's talk what happened in May in the real estate market in some markets in Ontario, because we can't get all the data until June 15th. And if you guys haven't watched before, I will show you the ITSO boards. ITSO boards. Members of ITSO. Barrie, Brantford, Guelph, Huron, Perth, Kawartha Lakes, Kingston, London, Mississauga, Niagara, North Bay, Peterborough, Quinte, Grey Bruce, Owen Sound, Simcoe, Lakelands, Oakville, Milton, Waterloo, Woodstock, Ingersoll, and we have a data sharing agreement with Hamilton and Burlington. So now what you've all been waiting for. Drum roll, please. Yes, we are down month over month. Slightly. So last month, all of ITSO was 808,133, and we're 805,920. Now, I haven't looked at any of this yet. I'm going to guess, this is just from me being in the market and working in this market, we're going to see inventory has increased. When inventory goes up and there's the same amount of buyers, well, buyers have more choice. So they can say, well, if you won't sell it to me for this price, I'm going to go over here and see if this person will sell it to me for that price. Therefore, you don't get as much money. Looks like the peak was maybe the first week of May, but it's down since then, and it's trending that way. I'm just looking at multis in Ontario, and there was 24 new listings in the last 24 hours in the ITSO board. So ITSO board, 24 new listings, and usually we see 8 to 10-ish. So there's a lot of activity happening out there. All right, as you can see, here are the numbers. So Hamilton is down 8% year over year. Burlington 8.4%. Oakville 12.4%, which it looked like Oakville might have peaked in February, but it's been fairly consistent ever since. Niagara Falls down 13.1%, but Oakville's up 12.4%. But I don't think that's the real number, because look what it did. Boom. It's been bouncing around. Thing with Oakville and some of these markets, there could be 2 or 3, 4 or 5 million, $10 million sales in there that are just skewing those numbers wildly, right? We go and see how many sales there were. Let's just have a quick peek. Oakville had 207. So, it's a good number, but a couple of those bigger sales definitely skew the numbers in there. Burlington looks like it's reached its peak and it's starting to come down a little bit. Hamilton is it's just been motoring along. But I do see it out there. Things are sitting longer. Things aren't getting multiple offers like they were a couple weeks ago or a month ago. So I think this is going to be our normal cyclical market where December, January prices are down, rise into March, April, and then you have a summer lull where it's flat or slightly decreasing. I think we're in our summer lull. If you've been outside lately, it's definitely summer weather out there right now. And by the way, if we do get a rate increase, next week, this could severely affect the real estate market. Not because of long-term bond rates, which are up right now. So your mortgage rates are up right now, which could cause some of this pricing as well. But because people get fearful when they hear that news. They sell the news, right? So Kitchener's it's still up. They kind of didn't have, so I think Kitchener's probably going to be a month behind. So London is off slightly. Woodstock is up. And again, I'm wondering, just go to sales. Again, it might add a big sale in there, right? So Woodstock has 75. So, you get 1 or 2 big sales in there, which I could go extrapolate out. I'm not going to, because it's Woodstock. If you live in Woodstock, I apologize and my condolences. So we go out east and north. We have Barrie still going decently strong, down 9% year over year. Kingston is, it's been that relatively stable market. Did have obviously that spike in April, coming down a little bit in May, but only down 7% year over year. Belleville 8.2, Peterborough down 10.8. But I mean, look, it just had that fall off the price. So again, I hate to keep saying this. These are average prices, right? It's going to flatten it out, right? So median flattens it out. So they take out some of the highs and lows and they put median in, right? So all right, let's go new listings. So new listings are, I mean, as you can see, like look at Kingston. So 400 new listings in May compared to 274 in April. All markets are up. Barrie's not up that much. And when you compare it to last year, let's compare it to last year. Obviously they're down, right? Like these are huge numbers, but this was that spike. Hey, no inventory. We got to get in. We got to buy. We're going to miss out. Oh, geez, we're still going to miss out. There's nothing for sale. Stuff started to come on. Hit the market at the right time. May 1st happened. Boom. Everybody waited for that spring market. And if you sold before March break, March 10th-ish, you were golden. After that, you probably lost $100,000 on your value. Look at that inventory coming through. Like that's massive inventory. You don't see that in many other months, right? Like, so now, I mean, that's not, I mean, obviously Kingston, that's a huge spike in inventory for Kingston, but it's normal this time of year. Still down 8.9%, but Barrie's down 33.5%. So Barrie obviously saw some big numbers come through there. We're starting to see new listings come back onto the board. You have more supply, same amount of buyers. They have more to choose from. They're going to be able to negotiate deals. So if you're a seller, maybe let's not list for competition now. Maybe let's list for a price that's reasonable that we can negotiate and get the property sold. Maybe. If you're going to list for competition now, I think you have to be hyper aggressive. That's just my thought. So again, we're spiking. December, there was nothing. And so, very little, but still like year over year, like let's look at this. So like Hamilton's down 25%, Burlington 24, 25, 20. That's why I don't see we're going to crash. Like we're still down from the listings that we saw last year. Number one, there's more housing inventory on the market because every day new condos and houses come onto the market. Number two, there's a heck of a lot more people living in southwestern Ontario because people keep moving here. So, therefore, I don't see a massive correction from these numbers. That's just my prediction. But what do I know? Again, I'm just a guy on YouTube spouting some numbers, watching this information, right? Oh, the fear is out of the market. Honestly, I think maybe 20% we get that recession they were calling for before. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that's about all, folks. If you're interested, we're still doing our monthly meetups. We'll post a link down below with the dates because I don't remember it off the top of my head. Or come to my Instagram page and you can find out all the details there. And definitely comment down below who should be on the podcast. DM me with their contact. That'd be amazing as well. All right. Thanks, everyone. We'll check you next time. See you soon.